May of 2007, I went into my kitchen one morning to get some coffee, and I noticed on the kitchen table, on the cover of an American Legion magazine, that was a May 2007 edition, a photograph of a symbol of a fallen military person, and that's a helmet and a rifle, bayonet, and so forth. Mm-hmm. And on that cover, next to the image, was a large letter quotation from the father of a fallen Marine, and he said, "As long as I know my son died a hero, I'm okay with that." And the image caught me because the way the light was shining in the window that morning, it looked like it was all black steel. And I was working on another steel sculpture, but this came to me really powerful. And the words, I had to read the story and connect with it and think about my son, who is 27 years old, and how I would feel if my son died a hero. So I honor that situation. And I felt a really strong spiritual call to create the sculpture. I built the sculpture twice life-size, pretty exactly twice life-size. The elements in the symbol of a fallen soldier are the helmet that was worn by the individual, the rifle that was used by him, the bayonet that's part of the rifle, the open chamber in the rifle, the boots that were worn by the military person, and the shoelaces that were actually tied by that person. I incorporated 4 hearts into the design. That's my thing for the past couple years. I decided to incorporate a heart into any work that I do for the rest of my life. It certainly seemed applicable in this situation. Also the dog tags, that's extremely individual representation. Only one set of dog tags to that person. So the elements were all very human in that a human being used them. They represent a person that's no longer with us, and they made the ultimate commitment, the ultimate sacrifice. A young man approached me. He was wearing a suit and tie, and he looked like a young executive, actually. And he asked me if I created that sculpture of the hero, and I said yes. He asked me how much I wanted for it, and I discussed it a little with him. Told him, let's talk about it, and I gave him an idea of how much I would like to have for it. And I said, "Are you really serious?" He said, "I'm absolutely serious." I said, "What's your intention about it?" He said, "You're not asking nearly enough for that sculpture." And I said, "Well, I'd be happy to take more if someone offered me, certainly. What do you intend to do with it?" And he said, "I just feel that it's worth a lot more because last year I lost my brother in Iraq. He was a 22-year-old Marine. That was his 3rd tour in Iraq. And sculpture's worth a lot more than that." And then he started crying, and I started crying. And I think that validated my effort with this sculpture. It validated my statement. That's all I needed, was that one person to connect that strong. It was worth my effort to create that piece. that he was that sensitive about it. It's not about money, really. At this time in my life, there's more important things. And I think connecting and reaching, being able to reach people, communicate, make a statement, something that's important. It's more important than money.